Hi. Welcome to Gattsy on Goosebumps, the show in which I review every single Goosebumps book from R.L. Stine's original series. Today I've heard of a killer selfie, but this is ridiculous. Goosebumps number 4, Say Cheese and Die. There's a quick look at the classic Tim Jacobus cover art there, depicting a snapshot of skeletons at a barbecue. Scene doesn't actually take place in the book, it's in a dream sequence. So they do lose points for that, but otherwise particularly creepy. Tagline there, 1 picture's worth 1,000 screams. I like that, that's good. And the blurb reads as follows. Every picture tells a story. Greg thinks there is something wrong with the old camera he and his friends found. The photographs keep turning out wrong. Very wrong. Like the snapshot Greg took of his father's new car that shows it totaled. And then Greg's father is in a nasty wreck. But Greg's friends don't believe him. Shari even makes Greg bring the camera to her birthday party and take her picture. Only Shari's not in the photograph when it develops. Is Shari about to be taken out of the picture permanently? Who is going to take the next fall for ... the evil camera? While exploring an abandoned house with his 3 friends, Greg finds a strange old automatic camera hidden somewhere in the basement, and he takes it before narrowly escaping from his friends from Spidey, who's a creepy old man around town who always dresses in black and seems to call the abandoned house his home. Greg quickly learns there's something wrong with the camera. Whenever he takes a picture, it comes out showing something wrong, only for that thing to occur. He takes a picture of his dad's new car. It shows it wrecked. Later on, his dad's in a car accident. He takes a picture of his friend. It shows him unconscious. A few minutes later, he's hit with a baseball and is rendered unconscious. This isn't enough to stop his friend Shari from demanding that he brings it to her birthday party and take pictures of everybody. Fortunately, he only manages to take a picture of Shari herself, in which she isn't there. A few minutes later, Shari disappears without a trace. He knows it's due to the camera, even if nobody else believes him. He even returns to his room to find it completely trashed. He theorizes that it's Spidey who went through his room looking for the camera. Shari reappears just as quickly as she disappeared when Greg finally tears up the snapshot of her. Realizing it's actually the camera that's making these terrible things happen, the 2 of them decide they need to return to the house and return the camera. They manage to do this, but they're stopped on the way out by Spidey, who tells them the origin of this camera. Turns out Spidey and his partner invented it, hoping to get rich, before Spidey took it, hoping to get all the profits for himself, causing his partner, who dabbled in the dark arts, to put a curse on the camera. Now, whenever it takes a picture, bad things happen. Spidey also informs Shari and Greg that they know too much and they'll never be allowed to leave. In the resulting struggle, Shari accidentally takes a picture of Spidey, causing him to die of fright, knowing exactly what the camera can do. So, with the camera back in its place and Spidey dead, everything is back to normal. That is until at the end, when it's revealed that Joey and Mickey, 2 bullies from earlier in the story, actually watched the whole thing occur from the basement window. They didn't say anything when the old man dropped dead, and have taken the camera for themselves. They take a picture and huddle around to see what develops. I like to think this story represents the variety of Goosebumps books, in that it doesn't have to rely on traditional horror staples like vampires or ghosts to create a compelling story, and it can just be an seemingly everyday object like a camera that is the source of all these terrible things. However, once again, we do have a magical explanation where it's not necessarily needed. I'm not a fan of blending the supernatural or scientific with straight out magical curses, and I think it could just be an evil camera without an explanation. The whole dark curse resolution isn't quite as glaring and inconsistent as with Monster Blood, but I still don't think it's very necessary. Still, we do get a good blend of supernatural and psychological horror, particularly when Greg realizes that Spidey has been in his room and knows where he lives. Overall, it's a decent story. Nothing that's going to chill you to the bone, but a good, fast-paced read. Please join me next week, in which I look at Goosebumps number 5, Curse of the Mummy's Tomb. Thank you for watching, and please stay spooky.